Hi guys, welcome back to another Nintendo Minute. We are going to start doing some more favorites videos because there is just so many games to play and to love. So this month we both played a ton of games, so this will be our June favorites.
And we're focusing entirely on games that are in the Nintendo eShop for Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. And
yes.
I think the eShop has really been on a roll lately. I think we were
eShop has really been on a roll.
just, finding a ton of games to play and some that we really liked.
Oh, you sound enthusiastic, so please
I am
share.
enthusiastic. So
You go
I got a
first.
couple games to share, first of which is Shovel Knight. So this is a game that I actually beat last night, and then I immediately started the New Game Plus because I just wanted more of it. So I think if the year were to end today and I were asked to pick what my game of the year would be, this would be definitely in the top 3 and definitely in contention to win it all.
Wow.
So this game blew me away. We saw this game earlier in the year. We spoke with
Feels like a long
Sean
time
from
ago.
Yacht Club Games.
Who is amazing and super nice.
And he's got a super cool egg beater tattoo.
Yes, and cool hair.
And we got to play bits and pieces of that game, but we never got to see the full scope of it.
Yeah.
And that's what's really impressive about it. It's like they've taken pieces of classic 8-bit games and they learned the best of what was from the 8-bit generation. But they've also taken the best of modern games and applied that to this game that has this cool retro feel.
Yeah.
It's this sort of action-adventure platformer. All the characters in the world feel really well built out. The game's got a lot of heart to it, I felt.
Yeah. So just in the intro movie, you get a sense of the characters and the story and just sort of the style of the game, and it just really draws you into to what you would be playing for the rest of the game, which is really great.
And I was, just reading up on some of the Yacht Club site, and they were talking about how they really want to put a strong focus on game mechanics, since that was at the heart of all of the classic 8-bit games that so many people love. And they really nailed it. Like, the action feels so good. They talked about when you make a long jump and you land with just that one pixel
on the
edge.
ledge.
They totally got that right.
The physics, the way the physics felt. Little things like when you go back to like a part of the level, things respawn. Things like that. Just little things that makes it sort of feel like those games from back in the day.
And I would say, if you're younger and you didn't grow up with 8-bit games, I don't think that should deter you from this game at all, because like I said, they've really taken the best of modern games and applied it into just this game that looks...
It feels really accessible.
Right.
It doesn't even matter if you didn't grow up playing 8-bit games or you feel like you don't know how to play a platforming game, whatever. It's just, you should just play it because it's fun. And this game is on Wii U and Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah, so I played it on 3DS. You played it on Wii U. On 3DS, the 3D effect is really nice, actually. It looks good.
So I gotta try the other one, because the Wii U one, obviously you're playing on this big screen, and the gamepad has some cool functionality. You can set items and things like that, and it's great. It looks so good.
Right. So that's definitely at the top of my list. This game is incredible. You need to play Shovel Knight.
Go play it now.
Please do.
Go.
So how about you?
Okay, well, after that enthusiastic selection,
Top that.
I have something to top it.
Oh.
My pick that I just totally fell in love with this month is Child of Light from Ubisoft. This game is awesome. It is sort of inspired by like a modern take on a fairy tale. You're playing as Aurora. You're going through this really beautiful world. The world looks kind of like drawn and watercolored, and it kind of mixes two sort of gameplay styles. So you're playing kind of like a side-scrolling type of game as you travel through the world, but then in the battle, you're kind of doing a turn-based RPG type battle. There's a skill tree that you can level up your characters. The story is really amazing. I love it. I'm not done with it yet, but I can't stop playing it.
You didn't finish it last night?
I didn't finish it last night. Sorry. I was playing Shovel Knight with you, but yes, I didn't finish it last night. But it's such a great game. I just love the art style. It feels really unique. It's something that I haven't seen in a long time. I was also playing with somebody else when I was playing Child of Light, and the other person can actually control the little firefly. So you're playing sort of like a co-op 2-player mode. One person is controlling Aurora, and the other person can use the Wii remote and control the firefly, and the firefly can like help stun enemies or help collect things. So it's actually really cool that it has that co-op sort of functionality. But yeah, I love it so far. The story is really good,
Nice.
and yeah, the music is really It's really beautiful, and you just kind of get lost in this world. And I grew up, listening to fairy tales and reading fairy tales, and so cool to sort of get lost in that world again.
Yeah.
So
Swept away.
Swept away
Right.
by Child of Light. And her name is Aurora. It's perfect. It fits perfectly.
So next up, a game that we both played, Pushmo World.
Yes.
Came out not too long ago, and I just love the Pushmo series.
I do too.
Pushmo started on 3DS, and then there was Crashmo,
Which
also
I loved.
on 3DS, which really, Crashmo really changed the whole gameplay focus.
Yeah.
A big departure from Pushmo. Pushmo World is back to the original Pushmo style.
Yeah, the style.
Where you're pulling out blocks, creating these puzzles, and actually climbing to the top. And that's what I really like about this series,
Yeah.
is that you have this element of platforming. You've got this really great characters in Mallow, who's this kind of sumo guy, and Papa Blocks, who's your friendly mentor.
The puppy, Brutus.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
It feels a bit more friendly than a typical puzzle game because it's got this world and these characters, and you feel
very
more
colorful, and
Right.
you kind of have options too. You know, you go through these puzzles, and you can skip ones that you can't do.
Right.
You know, and you can just go to the next one. The puzzles are quick and pretty easy to just kind of go in and get out of.
Yeah, so we got this game early, and this is one that I unwisely decided to start playing the night after I got back from E3. And I was like,
I
wow,
bet you felt real.
these puzzles are really hard. But I was just so sleep deprived. The next day I was doing just fine.
Yeah, you do feel really smart when you're like,
yeah,
I got it.
right.
I know how to do this.
And that's a sign of a great puzzle game.
Yeah,
So
accomplishment.
something else that was great about the 3DS Pushmo games is you could create your own puzzles
Yeah.
and share them. And I sort of spent some time with that, and making those puzzles on the gamepad is really nice.
It's cool.
There's just
People
so many,
are so creative.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't consider myself to be able to make these great puzzles, but it's
Yeah.
so cool to have so many of them out
From
there.
others.
And now all the
Yeah.
new puzzles that you can get are really integrated very well into the Miiverse community, so it's super easy to get basically an infinite amount of puzzles.
Yeah, it's so great. And I was playing that last night as well. I just played like all these games a lot last night in preparation for this video. But I was playing that last night with somebody else, and we were like fighting over the controller, like who's gonna go next. But it's fun to play with other people, even though it's like one player. You can
Yeah.
like pass the
Or if you need to
gamepad.
ask for help,
you need
if
help.
you're stuck. Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, what would you do? And you can't see it, you know. But it's so much fun. I love it. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. All right.
What else?
What else? So on to 3DS, talked about a couple of Wii U titles, but on the Nintendo 3DS, I started playing Night Sky, which is a game that came out a while ago.
I think this came out last year, actually.
And you made fun of me because it came out a while ago and I didn't find it yet.
You'd
This
play
is
it.
the beauty of the eShop,
Right.
though. So you never know.
Find it at your own pace.
That's right.
Yes.
And I love it. It's also like kind of like a puzzle side-scrolling.
Very atmospheric, I believe.
Yeah, another kind of atmospheric game. Maybe this is what I'm into this month or whatever. But it's very atmospheric, very relaxing music again.
Oh.
This is the simplest like storyline ever. You go on the beach and you find this like ball orb thing, and you become this orb, and you're just going through these puzzles, and the physics are really interesting. There's a couple of control schemes where you can sort of like levitate or go faster, go backwards, whatever. But it's very simple gameplay, but I think it's just ingenious and really easy to pick up and play.
Yeah. So another game I want to mention is Scram Kitty, which is probably the exact opposite of
Yeah.
Night Sky. Because
Definitely.
it's just this. It defies description. So I hope we have some video that we can play over here.
Play the video now.
Because I don't think I'm going to do a very good job. But it's a top-down shooter/platformer, and you're in this apparatus where you can sort of spin along these walls, and you can jump from platform to platform. You sort of have your own sense of
But
gravity.
it like pulls you
You
back
can-
to
right.
the rails.
But if you're jumping towards another platform, you could get
You could
sucked
go
onto that.
sucked onto that, yes.
Right, and you can do just these crazy jumps where you're like
There's
using
like
the
a
gravity
rocket.
to slingshot yourself.
Yeah.
And it's also got these shooter elements where you're tracking down the kitties. I also saw some expert Scram Kitty videos out there from people
These
who
people.
are really good, and these were amazing. Just the stuff that these people could do, like I never even thought it was possible.
Yeah.
So this is a game that's got a lot of depth. It's super original. I definitely recommend you try it out.
Yeah, I tried it and I was really bad at it, but it was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of feel
Such
that.
a unique idea.
It is a very
Yeah.
unique idea, and the name is great.
Yeah.
Why would you not play a game called Scram Kitty? It doesn't make sense.
And then a quick one, just a shout out to 1001 Spikes.
Oh, yes.
Which this is a
The
very
Ruiner of Friendships.
This is a very difficult game. So this is another game from Nicholas, like Night Sky.
Yes.
And we spoke with Tyrone from Nicholas a couple of months ago about the game, and this is meant to be a difficult game.
Yes, and it is.
Right. So I have been very slowly making my way through this game.
Just die the same place.
You get 1,001 lives.
You do.
I'm very concerned about getting to 0.
How much are you at
I'm
now?
at like a 900.
That's
and
not bad.
I've been getting through some levels, but I'm very concerned that I may not make it.
I wonder what the percentage of people that do make it.
There's a real possibility
super...
that I might get to 0.
I think it could happen.
But
Keep us updated.
The thing about this level is, it's one of those things where if you lose a life, you instantly start back up. So it's really easy to just go back in and say, all right, I know where I need to make an adjustment. I'm not going to make that happen again. But when you least expect it, you will lose a life.
Something happens.
Like a spike will pop up, or something will shoot a dart at you.
I'm just bad at like timing things. I'm terrible at timing,
Sure.
which is not good for the gaming world. Bad at timing,
Well.
and it just gets me every time, and I'm just like, okay, well, look. Maybe this is a game I watch somebody.
This game also has a lot of cool multiplayer options on Wii U. So it's
Again,
available
the ruiner of friendships.
Available on Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. So if you're up for a challenge, 1,001
No.
spikes might be good for Ellie.
Yes. Okay, those are our June favorites. Tell us your favorites in the comments below, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.